And we are back here on the Trading Post, and we're being joined by Brett and Shaw from Coldwell. And how are you guys doing?
Man, we are doing awesome. We had a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody around the lake did. I know it's one of our big times around the lake here. And we did our usual tradition, had a lot of fun, good day. And it's just been good business and booming around the lake. Sun shines out. Summer's, I guess it's not officially summer yet, but might as well be Texas summer. The heat's here.
The heat is here. It's time to get out on that lake, get your boat, get your jet ski, get your swimsuit, and go enjoy that big lake out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys brought a guest with you today?
Yeah, and so a lot of people probably know, we come from a contractor background. We were doing that before we got into the real estate. So we understand that a lot more, I guess, than most of your realtors out there, the actual how the home is built up process. But we haven't actually had a contractor on our show, and we're lucky enough to have one that we've personally known for years and years. His dad worked with our dad as long as we can remember. And so people know around here, they know Larry and stuff, but why don't you introduce yourself and give us your contact
about
information
Larrys
first.
and contractors. So
Yeah.
Our dad's Larry, you're Larry, and now we got Larry on here. We got all the Larrys around here building everything.
Well, my pastor Larry will always tell you, Larry's will take over the world.
Amen to that. It's my kind of guy. Well, I'm excited to be here. My name is Larry Reneau. My phone number is 903-286-2270. We own two companies local here on the lake. We've been down here since 1987. My father started our company, Reneau Custom Homes and Larry Reneau Painting and Remodeling. And once again, thank you guys for having us on air. It's an honor for us as well.
Yeah, tell us a little bit of the backstory there about how y'all came and how you got into the business and all that.
Definitely. So we started out as painters, actually. My grandfather, Howard, he was actually a professional wrestler. And he
didn't have no trouble collecting.
Yeah, he was a big old boy. Yeah. So he would. I'll tell you a story later about how he collected. You didn't want to do him wrong. But anyways, he started a paint company over in Highland Park area, and my dad came to work for him when he was just 13 years old, and they were very successful. And then Pops moved down here in the 80s. And Dad, once again, he loves being self-employed and popped the business up. It was a rough time for him at that time. My Pops was struggling, and he literally was picking up beer cans. and he said, there's got to be something better. He said, because work was just slow, and he was praying. And he said, God, when's it my turn? And lo and behold, he got an opportunity and started his own company, and man, he blew up like crazy. And he brought me and my brother up in painting, and then as we progressed on there, we began the process of starting doing remodels, and we one remodel after another, back to back. We really enjoyed, getting a little bit deeper into construction, and then we started the process of building houses. It started with my father, and so as my dad, got older, he moved off to Florida, took off with my business, took off at Larry Reneau Painting and Remodeling, put up the signs everywhere, and it blew up. We had a lot of success over the years, and then I started building houses probably about 15 years ago myself. And and here recently, I got a partner of mine, which I did a big project for, Gary Duncanson, with Red Sail Enterprises, a good friend of mine as well. I was doing a big remodel for him, staining all of his outside, done stuff on the inside. I actually did his whole entire house, did all the faux finishes, glazes. We did tea stain on all the cabinets. We did the suede leather finish on all the walls. It turned out amazing. That was 10 years ago. It still looks amazing today. So Gary was very impressed, and we really hit it off real good. And I just love the guy. We just kind of became really good friends. And Gary came to me, I don't know, about a year or so ago, and he said, man, I want to get involved. I want to build some houses with you. I want to be financed. I want to be backing of this. Let's do some spec houses together. Well, it got me fired up. You get me excited. I love building houses. We mostly build custom homes prior for homeowners, and the spec houses, I get to put my touch in. I love colors. I love picking tiles and granite countertops, and I love designing cabinets and designing bathrooms and stuff. Well, Gary as well, he's an engineer, loves designing stuff. He got involved financially and helping with the design process of everything, and has some great ideas. Him and his wife Joyce, phenomenal people. They weren't able to make it today. Gary's sick right now. He has a sinus infection. He had to miss out today. Gary, I hope you're listening. We love you. Looking forward to the next time we get to do this. You'll be here. But like I said, Gary has a lot of great input, a lot of great ideas, and we have 4 projects going on right now. We have one big one over in Spanish Shores up on a hill overlooking the lake, and real beautiful in a gated community with a POA dock, and real great place to be. A 5,600 square foot house, 2-story, 4-bed, 4-bath, prep kitchen, big kitchen, mud room. All kinds of amenities that I would love to have this house, So got a couple other ones on the lake, real beautiful lake houses, about 3,500 square foot houses, 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses with big outdoor living areas. One thing with Reneau Custom Homes, one thing I love, and Gary as well, we love building outdoor living areas on our houses. We do big fireplaces, fire pits, TVs above the mantles. We do all kinds of outdoor area to make it where that area is used just as much as your living room or your kitchen, so that you add that extra 200, 300, 400 square foot in. And most of the time, people are on the back porch more than they are in the house when you're entertaining. So that's something that we're definitely excited about offering. That hopefully it's just that little extra that people see, go, wow, let's get a hold of Reneau Custom Homes. They do an amazing outdoor living area. So
yeah, I know that we see that around the house, and depends on which area you are around the lake and everything. There's little differences.
Yes.
But a lot of people do spend time outside. That's why people come here, is that outdoor living, that lake living.
Yes.
And so that's neat. You're talking about these outdoor living areas. Is that the big thing people are looking for right now, or are there other things?
It started out as in my remodel areas, in the painting and remodeling. People kept coming to me about 10 years ago and saying, hey, Larry, I really want to do an outdoor living area. And I was like, hey, man, let's make this happen. So I started doing some studying, trying to figure out, exactly what would be, I guess, great for the winter and the summer. And so we started, doing the fire pits first. Started doing just a cool little flagstone fire pit with, enough room to seat 6 to 8 people around. And man, everybody started doing it. I started building the fire pit a week almost. And then it went to doing the fireplaces right off the back porch with TVs above them and surround sound and everything. And then people really started loving that. And so that, yes, definitely, more and more and more you see, especially if you live on a lake. I mean, where are people out on the weekends? On the back porch. They're on their boats. They don't want to be inside. I mean, it's beautiful. So we'll do the misters, we do the TVs, the surround sound. We'll do the outdoor kitchen with flagstone everywhere, or Austin stone or whatever, granite countertops, 2 or 3 different types of grills, smokers. And, it just makes a great entertaining spot. So yeah, definitely, that's what people are looking for, I would say, more than anything.
That's a thing I really like, especially in the winter. We bring it up a lot on some of our listings, the fireplaces, because I know I enjoy mine quite a lot. But here at the lake, there's only the one subdivision, we've talked about it quite a bit, Star Harbor over here, the only waterfront subdivision that actually has the natural gas available.
Right.
Now, you can get propane in all the other ones. But are you seeing more people going for the gas or the natural wood on these outdoor fireplaces?
Honestly, what we've been doing is we're given the opportunity to do both. So what we do is we'll run a gas line, a lighter line in the fireplaces and in the fire pits. Definitely they want real wood in the fire pits. We'll do some stone and rock with some, gas fires. And that's great, especially if you do like around pool and you do like little square columns around pool that are lit up at night, real gas. But like having that starter, that propane starter, and getting to have real wood, that's really awesome. And so we give that opportunity to the homeowner as well. If they want a full-fledged, nothing but a gas fireplace, no problem. But no matter what, we tie gas into it. I do see more people wanting gas inside the houses. They want the big, nice 5-burner stoves, all propane, and that's another amenity we're adding in every single house. You have that opportunity to have gas stove, gas fireplace outside, gas fire pit. So it adds a lot of value to me, especially during the wintertime. You don't have to get out there and try to light a fire. You just go out there and crank it up, sit out there, have your glass of wine or beer, and enjoy the weekend.
I agree with that. I really prefer the wood myself. Yeah. That's what I have at the house. But some days when it's colder outside, or you're just tired and don't feel like
Yeah.
carrying in a load.
Yes.
Just being able to flip the switch there would be nice.
So we're doing a lot of electric fireplaces as well. You know, we're getting some of the seniors, they don't want to tote wood in and out of the house, and so we have a project going on right now in Gun Barrel where we built a faux fireplace. We did all shaker on this whole entire wall, shaker around the fireplace. We're doing an insert electric fireplace, and it's got beautiful rocks and different color flames that come in and out. We're painting it black. The whole fireplace will be black with a light stain mantle, a stain seat, and then white gloss walls on the side. So this is probably like the third one we've done in probably the last 8 months. And so, I mean, that's another amenity you can have too. All you got to do is ask. So, you know, it all depends on who you are. But like outside wise, I want to feel some fire. I want to feel a flame. I want to sit there and enjoy, prop my feet up on the fire pit and just watch a beautiful natural fire.
Mm-hmm. So what areas are you seeing people wanting to mostly go to around the lake right now?
You know, to be honest, right now the lake's on fire. I mean, it is everywhere. Every neighborhood I drive in, there's some new sticks coming up. You know, there's a new concrete slab being poured. There's something going on every area. My goal is I love the Tool, Gun Barrel, Paint Springs. I'm just kind of right here in this area as we're coming into the Star Harbor. We're in the Pinnacle Club a lot. We got 2 big remodels going on in the Pinnacle Club right now. I mean, to be honest, it circles the whole lake. I mean, it really does. I mean, if you can get on water right now, people are buying it. You know, water lots are hard. I'm buying it. Me and Gary's buying it. If we find a water lot that we can find that's in our budget, I mean, we pick it up. I mean, because they're hard to find. So pretty much, if you're coming from Dallas and you're not very familiar with the lake, you just want to be on the water. You know, you want a nice house in a nice neighborhood, you know, on the water. And so I say right now, if you can get on the water right now, you know, pick it up, go, you know. But, you know, in my own opinion, I want to be close to town. I like being close to town in a nice gated area that I know I'm safe in, and, you know, I got good deep water. That's one thing that we look for. We go out and we take tape measures and we put them in the water. And if that water ain't at least 4 foot deep, we'll go somewhere else. You know, we're not going to sell someone a foot of water. You know, that's one of the things that I'm very cautious about, you know, because I've lived on the lake my whole entire life, and I've lived in coves where when the water goes down 300 feet out, there's no water in the cove. I'm out there push mowing the cove and cleaning it up. And so that's one thing I'm very picky about, is to make sure that when I sell this home, that I know that these people are going to have water all year round.
That's a good thing, that when we're showing waterfront homes especially, we have to tell people, you know, what is it that you're looking for in your home. And so if you're one that comes down and the reason you're here is to go boating,
yeah,
you want to have a little bit more water.
Exactly.
I know a couple people that's what they do every single weekend.
Yeah.
And personally, I could do with a little less water, because I'm going to be more sipping my coffee, using it for irrigation for my garden type of things. I like a boating here and there, but it's not my everyday thing to be out there.
Well, the people that we're building for, most of them, you know, they have big, nice boats, and they're big families, and they love entertaining, you know, taking everybody, you know, skiing and wakeboarding and tubing, and, you know, they want to be able to get in and out. They want to be able to have, you know, a nice sized boat dock that can, you know, at least park a boat, a couple of jet skis, and they want to be able to get out all summer long. And that's another thing. I want to be able to think for them, like, because I know the lake and they don't know the lake. So I want to be able to say, oh, don't go there. And I've done that quite a few times. Like, listen, we can't build there. I'm sorry. You know, and if it's a neighborhood that I don't trust, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not just trying to sell a house. I'm selling a home. You know, that's one thing that me and Gary came up with. You know, we want to sell you a home, not a house. We want to sell you something that we can live in, that we would be happy with for the rest of our lives. And so the last thing I want to do is, you know, sell somebody a house that has a foot of water that looks good, but then they get out there and they can't get their boat stuck halfway out, and they can't have fun, and they're not entertained, and that messes our reputation up as well. So we want to be able to have a great reputation. When we finish this house, we want to be able to get 10 more off of this one. So definitely knowing the areas of the lake. So that's the first thing I do. I sit down with the customers and ask them, you know, what's your wish list? What would you like? And, you know, are you familiar with the lake? Most of them are not familiar with the lake, you know. And so I want to give them the knowledge that I have, and to make sure I point them in the right neighborhood, in the right direction, that they'll be happy as long as they have that house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was just entranced.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I was looking at
He's like, listen, I don't even need to be here.
I don't even need to be. Oh no, I need to be here. I was just listening to the stories, just daydreaming about driving around the lake and all the houses I've been in, and all the great times out there. Oh man, I was just entranced. You're just selling the lake for me.
Well, I agree with your statement you just made. I mean, that's the one thing with our company. We've been here. Our family's been around long before there was a lake.
Yeah.
Mom's family before there was a state, and so we know the area really
Right.
well. And that's one of the things I like about with our company. In fact, we just got through getting our award for 35th year as Coldwell Banker,
Amen.
37th year as a company. there.
Congratulations.
And so, yeah, having that knowledge of being around the lake,
helps.
knowing where the things are, what the water depths are, where the people, because there's, what do we figure out, close to 400 subdivisions around
Yeah,
this lake.
we've got
here.
nearly 400 now with the new
Wow.
subdivisions that have gone in the last 10 years. We're approaching 400, so you're about 370 miles of shoreline. You're more than that subdivisions now, so you basically got a subdivision per mile. But like you're saying, good luck getting on the lake right now because it's
Correct.
blowing up.
I think we only have 34
Yeah, I mean,
waterfronts available.
so you're
right now.
basically one house available for every 10 miles of shoreline. Versus you go back, 7 years ago, go back to 2015. Our top day on the lake, what was there? 868 active houses there in 2015.
Oh yeah, we could just spend days and days,
Days
selling
and days
houses.
and days and days selling houses, and all that inventory sold plus more. So yeah, if you want on the lake, you gotta be ready to move.
Yeah, you might pay a little extra, but it's worth it. That's what I was, I've watched, and it like it's the same thing. If you get a little bit deeper water, you got to pay a little extra. It's worth it, and especially getting connected with someone that knows the lake, and they're not just a new builder down here from out of town. They have no idea what neighborhood you're going into. You know how important that is? You build in the wrong neighborhood, and when you leave, you might not have anything left. So being pointed in the right direction. It's that long time, that longevity that you're looking for later down in the road. Like, am I safe here? Am I going to struggle with my neighbors? What is my surroundings like? I don't know. I just think you got to think like that down here. I love the lake. I've been down here since I was a kid. I graduated out of Maybank. My kids graduated out of Maybank. My wife graduated out of Maybank. So we're homestead here, and so to be able to just know the lake the way that we do, and be able to point people in the right direction, and then build the house that we would love to live in. Build our dream home and let someone else live in it. That's an honor for us.
Right.
Yeah, and when you're out there shopping, you talk about like the water depth on just your good normal neighborhood. Above 3-4 feet of water, an extra $100,000 on the price tag per foot of water. Pay it. If you're in an up-in neighborhood, an extra $200,000 to $300,000 per extra foot of water depth. Pay it. You're going to be so happy with yourself paying that I know it sounds weird, paying extra hundreds of thousands of dollars per foot of water depth. You're going to love it. You are going to love every minute of that extra foot of depth.
Especially when the water goes low, which it normally does every 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, man, I just paid $500,000 for a house and I can't see water for 100 feet. You don't want that. And
but even when it's up, just being able to get out there, swimming in it, soaking in it. 4 feet of water is fun to soak in. 6 feet's even better.
Amen. That gets cold a little at the
It
bottom.
gets a little cold for the toes.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could go on talking about this for hours and hours, but I know we've got to wrap it up. So before we have to go, one more time, can you give us emails, phone numbers, however you want us to get in contact with y'all?
Definitely. So once again, Larry Reneau at Reneau Custom Homes, tied in with the financial partners, Red Sales, Gary Duncanson, Red Sale Enterprises. My cell phone number is 903-286-2270. Also, I want to kind of push a little on the painting part as well. Larry Reneau Painting and Remodeling. We do a lot of local painting all over the lake. We have about 4 crews going out right now. Really enjoy that. And same thing, that's Reneau.painting@yahoo.com. Give us a call anytime, you guys. We'd love to come out and give you an estimate. If you're looking to build a house, give us a call. We'd love to set up and a meeting with you guys, go over your wish list, and see what we can't do for you.
And next time you're going to come on, you're going to tell us about all the details about the spray rigs. And,
Oh, yeah.
your family got into it when spray rigs were just getting started.
That's
too.
correct.
So you got to come back and tell us all those stories.
Love
Yeah,
to.
and hopefully Gary can come, because Gary, I guess we just met online at one point. We got to talking, and then I actually got to go meet his brother and showing them some properties and getting to know them a little bit better. And he does lots of things around the lake here. Great guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a formal adversary for NASA, Texas Instruments, U.S. Navy. Sold his company a few years back. He's just an amazing guy. Gary's a phenomenal guy. Love him with all my heart, and I'm just really excited about being a part of his family and our families coming together. So it's really exciting to see once again, I got to give God the glory. See how God ties everybody together. Like when you're at the bottom, you never give up. Because right when you think that your life's falling apart, man, God seeps in. When you're down, I preached a sermon one time. When you're down to nothing, God's up to something. And like I've watched that happen this last couple of years. And intertwining me and Gary and other people locally in this lake, and just watching us. Just excel and take off. It's really great how God's, and as same with you guys, and being here today. To me, I give him the glory as well.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you coming on.
Definitely.
Joe, for having us as always.
And you guys will be back next week or next week?
Next week. We will actually, we're not going to
next week we're going to be out of town on some property. We got to go take care of some things for some clients down south of here, so we'll be out of town. Taking care of some real estate down there, but we'll be back next week.
And how can they get a hold of y'all?
You can call our office anytime at 903-887-7055, located right there in the heart of Gun Barrel City at 600 West Main.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be back. More buying, selling, and trading right after this.